You're an abomination, a filth.
Alright, chances are high you've already heard about this one from earlier a couple months back. But just in case, let's say you're not, an open world psychological horror, from what I'm actually hearing nowadays, cinematic story-driven game that's taken hell of inspiration from classics, games and movies is in the making that goes by Wrong DOS. See, they came up with nothing but more than a teaser trailer that lasted for like 5 seconds a month ago, and here, for the first time, some actual gameplay. Check this out.
They're all gone.
You won't make it.
Stray Souls, on the other hand, well, like I mentioned just a few days back, does tell a very dark story about a teenager who has to face his own haunted past or something. See, this is a psychological survival horror game, third person, with some sections in the game where you will play as other characters from a first person apparently. Check this out, this game is coming to PCs only sometime next year, with the playable demo available on Steam right now.
Martha, how much longer are you gonna keep me waiting in this dump?
1 sec.
Look, I really appreciate that you're going through all this trouble for my birthday, but I'm seriously bored just standing around out here.
Relax. It's almost ready.
I swear, if you've got me out here just to pull a dumb prank...
Dude, chill out, man. It's all set. Just look for the rope.
Really? A rope? What for? So I can hang myself from all this boredom?
Just look for the goddamn rope, Daniel. Sorry. Hey, look, I know it's your birthday and all, but this is gonna be a lot easier than you think.
Bet. So, Laura Croft, got any coordinates for this rope?
Nope. You're a smart boy. You'll figure it out. Just look for a rope hanging from a tree.
That's it? What, a rope hanging from a tree? You know there's like thousands of trees out here, right? That's usually what you find in a fucking forest. Lots of trees.
Yeah, blah blah. Anything else you feel like bitching about? Trust me, you're gonna love it once you find it.
This is perhaps, I don't think there's anything more requested when it comes to horror games, but Konami did actually agree to a partnership with Blooper Team, folks behind a ton of horror games that came out of the past decade, to bring back Silent Hill in the form of a reboot. And apparently 2 Silent Hill games are in development, not just 1. Other than that though, we're just waiting to hear more about these in the coming year we're here. So let's just keep it in mind for now. Guys, we do have something here going by Aftermath that was announced I think just a few days ago out of an indie developer I've actually never heard of. Now like, this is a story-driven, open world kind of horror game for all I can think of, or at least a horror game in some sense, and coming to PCs only, well, sometime in the future. Check this out. Now, does any of you remember Death of Rose at all? A third-person horror exploration game heavily inspired by the Silent Hill games a few years ago, which was actually supposed to come our way actually very soon. I mean, we're talking 2021 soon, so they said. And, well, this game went on and got itself cancelled, and actually that's not it. The developers of which said this game is still alive, and we're hoping to get it done by the end of 2022. And here's another trailer.
Our team believes that we are in an exciting time for the horror genre, and we're proud to present Death of Rose, a new kind of horror experience that mixes nostalgic drama and complex puzzles with campy satire. Death of Rose is the beginning of an adventure for the heroes of our game, as well as our team of developers. This first chapter of Scott and Beth's tale takes place in an abandoned school known as an alleged place of worship for a deranged cult. Our vision for Death of Rose is as a game series that engages and thrills players using a concept similar to that of modern TV series. Puzzles in the game can be difficult, but they're designed to keep the player immersed because they're fully connected to the Brookville High School environment and history. What you're seeing right now is an environmental riddle connected to a flickering light bulb. This combines game mechanics with narration, as Scott can solve this through exploration and dialogue. It's all a bit cryptic, and we really don't want to spoil too much.
And I don't really want to leave them really abandoned. I mean, they were built for some purpose, I feel like.
Forgetting them would mean that we forgot about people who lived here once?
Yeah, I guess so.
Our team has been fully committed to a shared vision for this experience, in which the gorgeously detailed environments are accented by an atmospheric soundtrack. Furthermore, the intricate history of the school sets up many perspectives for players to interpret.
We do currently have a few of these Resident Evil / Silent Hill projects in the making, but latest of which that came our way goes by Post-Trauma, in which you play as a 57-year-old man who has awakened in a strange place and now has to find a way back home to his family. Here, there's actually an alpha demo for this game available on itch.io with a finished product scheduled for sometime later and into PCs only.
503 to dispatch. Detective Peter Bennett on duty.
Hey Peter, what's your location?
Westwood Shadows is a first-person survival horror game with a heavy focus on puzzle solving. We're talking detective-level shit. About a detective, literally, dragged back into his abandoned hometown. See, this game is actually coming out in its full sometime next year and into PCs only, with a playable demo available on Steam right now.
Westwood. Is there anyone left?
Just as surprised as you. Peter, listen, I can get another patrol.
I'll be fine, Carson. I'll be fine. You got a registered owner on record?
Affirmative, 503. Residence is registered to a Nathan and Jane Foster.
Copy, dispatch. I'm en route.
Report back when you reach the premise, 503. Good luck, Peter. Over.
Don't worry about it, honey. Just finish work as soon as you can and come home.
Moving on, there's Them and Us, a classic survival game with a focus on atmosphere and player immersion, or so they say. Now, this game is at the moment available through a playable demo on Steam and a finished product as well, almost though, since September this year, with even a couple DLCs to choose from. Now, check this out. If you do enjoy the old Resident Evil, Silent Hill classic games that came out first, do make sure to visit this game on Steam right now. You're probably not going to regret it. Phantom Project is a third-person survival/psychological horror game that's been sitting over on Steam with a playable demo since a month ago. It's a pretty solid demo, so to speak. There's no bugs or anything. It even looks a bit higher than what you might expect if we're talking graphics, and it's a really tough game to beat as well. So if you do like any of that, go ahead and give it a shot. This game's supposedly coming out in its full sometime next year. Last but not least, well, Silent Night, that was announced, well, if I do recall correctly, a few years ago, out of an indie developer actually known for their famous horror games, is now on its way to PCs through Steam sometime next year. This game is mostly puzzle adventure, single player also, but nonetheless an atmospheric horror game too, inspired by the classics, in which case you have missed. This is how it looks like.